Yo, what's up guys? This is Alex from AlexFromSound.com, and today I'm going to show you some vocal layering techniques for the choruses and the hooks in your songs. Now, this is going to benefit you if you make a lot of hip-hop songs or pop songs or electronic songs, and you want to make those vocals that come in the bridges and the hooks, which, by the way, you can use this technique in the bridges too, to make your vocals just sound sick and big. Louis the Child's Better Not, those vocals, like, those were sick, but those were like those were crowd vocals. But I mean, every genre, plenty of songs do stuff like this. But so we got a project here from one of my students named Chart. My man's into making melodic hip-hop songs inspired by, I think it's Ugly God. I think it's Ugly God with the beat style and whatever style. So we got a chorus here that he gave me that sounded similar to this, but it was a little more dry, so it sounded like this at first.
Chillin' with the homies, smoke 'em out. Cut a couple lines, put my fears away. I sip champagne, I'm going out. Don't know my name, I stumble out.
So those are dry vocals, but there's a bunch of layers here. I'm going to show you how to set these vocals up so that they sound big and actually like good and professional. So first thing I want to do is I want to draw out a stereo image to show you what your vocals should actually look like in terms of a stereo image, so like where certain things are panned and stuff like that. So let's go ahead. I'm a really good drawer, by the way. Hold on, let me get like a decent size. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so here's our stereo image. Oops, let me just do this. That's our stereo image, and then here's the top of my head right here, and like, you know, this is my what my right ear hears, and this is what my left ear hears, and this is me looking forward. So this is the top of my head looking forward. That's the diagram of a stereo image. So when you're messing with vocals and you have multiple layers of vocals, and your goal is to make them sound really big and like professional in the chorus part or the hook or the bridge, you want to have your main vocal. Jesus Christ. Vocal. I'm so good at this. Panned to the center. So like your main vocal is going to be panned to the center, but then every other layer, your harmonic layers, your double takes are going to be spread or panned. So you're going to have, you know, background vocal here, BG for background, that's a G. And then you're going to have BG number 2 over here. And then you can maybe have a vocal out here and a vocal out here. So then your entire stereo image is like filled with just vocally goodness, especially when you got your vocalist set you up with this many takes, and they are different takes. So the way this one goes, this vocal specifically,
Chillin' with the homies,
you have 2 identical vocals. I think this one's the same too.
chillin' with the
Identical takes, but different takes. They're not the same duplicated take, which is good. That's what you want when you're recording a chorus. You never don't ever duplicate a vocal and then put it under itself, like layered, because it just sounds really bad. And then we have 2 other vocals up an octave,
chillin' with the homies,
and that's good. So these are going to act as the background vocals. So by now, well, I shouldn't say by now because some people are new here. You know how I edit vocals. We start with auto-tune, compress twice, and then limit, and then EQ, de-esser, delay, chroma, reverb. I edited these vocals with all Logic Pro X plugins. So let's go ahead and start with the main vocal. So the main vocal has to be your best take, because this is the take that everybody hears first. So I'm going to start with this one.
chillin' with the homies, smoke 'em out. Cut a couple lines.
So to clean your vocals up, I highly recommend taking out this space here. And cleaning your vocals up is all part of processing. This here is just like a weird mouth movement like he just made.
Chilling with a homie, smoke 'em out. Cut a couple lines.
That's perfect. So we didn't even need that little space in there, but before you heard a little what's it called? A little like breath he was taking. So at this point, now we got our cleaned up vocals. We could take this.
Chilling with a homie.
We could turn on the mixing. So watch what this sounds like without the plugins.
Chilling with the homie, smoke 'em.
And with the plugins.
Chilling with the homie, smoke 'em out.
Alright, now let's go ahead and add some chorus to this plugin, or chorus to this layer, because this is the second layer. And there are dominant layers right here. So this is the layer that's going to stay panned to the center. And then we're going to have our chorus on the second layer here. And that's just going to enhance everything behind the dominant layer. So you're going to have your dominant layer. Pretend we're still looking at our, take a moment for our stereo image diagram that we just exited out. No, I'm just kidding. You're going to have your background vocals behind the dominant layer. So let's go ahead and work this in now. Now I'm going to show you how wide the vocal gets.
Chilling with a homie, smoke 'em out.
Hear that? It's like super big.
Chilling with a homie, smoke 'em out.
So that's two takes, two identical takes. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the delay and the reverbs so you can hear it dry. Here's dominant vocal.
Chilling with a homie, smoke 'em out.
And then here is the vocal that we bring in that we're going to make wider.
Chilling with a homie, smoke 'em out.
And we made it wider with a chorus plugin with a rate of 500 and everything pretty much maxed out. So next thing you want to do, like this has 3 vocals.
Chilling with the.
And you know, 3 is like a weird number because, you know, we have the dominant vocal and we spread the second one. And then this one, you can pretty much do whatever you want with it. Originally, I think I had this panned just to, you know, push it somewhere that wasn't in the center.
Chilling with a homie, smoke 'em out. Cut a couple lines, but my fears away. Oh.
Which is weird because, excuse me, which is weird because there's no complementary pan to the left ear. So it is somewhat off balance here, but I mean, it's better than everything being in the center. Shit, voicemails after voicemails. What the hell's going on over here? Random numbers. Just random numbers. All day was a day of random numbers, call me. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this here.
Chilling with a homie, smoke 'em out.
We have a nice layer of higher octave vocals. So what I do with higher octave vocals is I always pan them, especially because we got the dominant vocal already. Now, if you have a higher octave vocal, but that's the only vocal, that's the main vocal, you don't want to pan that. But in this case, these higher vocals are just harmonic layers. So what are we going to do? We're going to pan them to the right and to the left.
Chilling with a homie, smoke 'em out. Cut a couple lines, but my fears away. I sip champagne, I'm going out. Don't know my name.
So there's a couple ways you can balance it now. You notice my main vocal is the loudest vocal.
Chilling with a homie, smoke 'em out. Cut a couple lines, but my fears away.
And so like you don't, sometimes, or a lot of the times I like to have the dominant vocal be the loudest one. But sometimes you can get a cool group vocal effect if you make everything very similar in volume. That's if you're going for that group vocal effect.
Chilling with a homie, smoke 'em out. Cut a couple lines, but my fears away.
So that's just up to you. What kind of balance do you want to run? But what I want you to take away from this video is that if you have multiple layers of vocals, which is, you need multiple layers of vocals in a hook. It's very, very uncommon to have a single vocal take in a hook, or in a hook, or in a chorus, in a bridge. If you have, or when you have more than one vocal layer in that bridge or chorus, don't forget to take advantage of panning and spreading and just make that vocal as big as you possibly can. Even in EDM, this is like a very common thing in EDM too, especially when there's vocals in the drop. They're always spread in some way, or the harmonics are panned in some way. So don't forget about that. And I hope you guys took some value from this video. I'm Alex Rome. Peace out.